Hello guys, in today's video I got my hands on one of the whales in the games, and as you can see he has a lot of stars and a lot of heroes. I will try to make combination of different lineups, and show you how to use them and try to help you to prioritize what to build and what combos there is in the game. If you are in early game, so you have an idea on what to focus on, and if you are in mid or end game, you can know better and see how combos will work out. Please leave a like, subscribe, and comment down below if you have any other suggestions. Just for your notice, this account I'm preparing for next week to open all these. As you can see, there's a lot of them. We're gonna do a full opening video, about 500 of this I think will be, and a lot of wishes. It's going to happen in 3 days, and I hope you guys be ready to watch it. Please stay tuned. And for now, enjoy the video. So guys, as we discussed, today I will show you my favorite lineups and the combinations between what heroes you can use to make the combo works out. We will take some different enemies because I don't have all the mythic artifacts here to make the combination, but I will try to use stronger enemies as I have the Eternal for some enemies, and if I don't have, such as Monkey, I will try to use smaller or weaker enemies. So just to give you an idea of how the combo works. So let's get started. So as you can see, the first combo that most of the people use is having the Dark Knight with Paladin. These two to combine together, the Dark Knight gives you a lot of shields and heals with a lot of movement speed. And then every time he ults with 16 stars, when he's 16 stars, he will heal all his allies. Now Paladin with Mythic Artifact or Eternal Artifact reduce the movement of the enemies, and also starts healing and debuff, remove the remove the nerfs of your teammates. So for example, let's say we have Shadowmaster, and this guy did to my Shadowmaster remove his 10% of attack. Paladin comes and restore his debuffs every 6 seconds. He will do it. So like every 6 seconds, all your heroes will have all their stats back, all the debuffs is removed, and you're back into the game, while healing and increasing defense. And the combination of these two, they will just be pushing here and healing and making sure your team is okay. So to follow back, you will need these two, and then you will need to drop maybe one healer just to make sure you're like over healing. And then you need someone to push back, like a dragon or warlock. And then you will need to drop, let's say, the dragon, because we have the mythic here. Then you need to drop 1 DPS and high DPS. You either focus with the Shadowmaster to deal a lot of damage for everyone, or the Witch, since you are knocking everyone back, you need the Witch to work, you need everyone to be stacked up. So you can use the Witch too. And finally, you can use the Gunslinger. These three are the best, but of course you can use someone like the Abyssal Queen, but you need her Eternal. And I don't think we missed anyone. You can use the Pilot, but I don't think Pilot is as effective as others, but he's good too. And Hela, I don't think Hela can be replaced with the Dragon. I don't think she's enough DPS alone. You will need someone like Shadowmaster with crit build, Abyssal Queen with crit build, and Gunslinger with a crit build, or the Witch Dictator. Also, keep in mind, Red Hood is strong if you're stacking all the enemies. But yeah, for example, I will give you this lineup, or this lineup, or this lineup, and the Witch. Now, keep in mind that you can also replace the Dragon with Warlock. You can replace Diva with Holy Healer. or remove Holy Healer and play with Silence. And then you can remove even the Warlock and play with Holy Healer and Silence, or Diva and Silence, or Snow Woman. So I will try to explain the base of all the lineups and how they work. Since I just told you how everything works, it's gonna be, well, you always need at least one in the front. And in my opinion, the best front lines are this, if he's maxed with Mythic, and this. For me, these are your main tanks in the game. You need at least one of them to be in the front. Early game, your best options will be these two, because they are easy to get stars with purchasing money and shit. So these two are the easiest. But late game, you need to focus on Dark Knight, Sword Devil, and the Monkeys are the most effective, or the Whirlpool. These are, one of them you have to have maxed out. This or this. These three. And in my opinion, this is the Dark Knight. You have to have them in your team. There's no other option for you. Now, following up, you will need 1 DPS, and for DPS, you will need this, or this, or this. So, Gunslinger, Shadowmaster, Pilot, and you will have the mage options, which is Abyssal Queen, the Witch, and these are the burst damage. Dragon can work in some of the situation, but I don't rely on him 100%. But these are your DPS. You need at least one or two of them in your lineup. Depends how your final lineup looks like. But you need one of them to be maxed out with Eternal Artifact. I wouldn't say Shadowmaster is OP and Pilot, but these three can really deal a lot of damage early game, mid game, and late game. Shadowmaster needs a really specific lineup, and his Eternal is kind of useless because you're relying on your teammates to die, so I wouldn't make him Eternal as the first option. But these three with Eternal Artifact will destroy the field. So, now you will have in your lineup at least one DPS, which can be any of these, as we discussed, or even the magic. And then you will need to focus on more pushing back. You need always to control the field. The more you push your enemies, the better your lineup will be, and the better combo and the better chances for you to live. So you need to push with Dark Knight. In my opinion, mid-game, early game, and also some of the end game, you can use Warlock, because Warlock is just like a hack. You need his Mythic Artifact. Without Mythic Artifact, Warlock is not useful. You need Mythic Artifact to make sure everyone is pushed back. So either Warlock, or you can use the Dragon. And also in some situation, you can use Abyssal Queen too. She push everyone back. Let's say we picked up Warlock. You will need to focus on two things. One, to control the enemies and silent or stun them. For this, you can use Holy Healer, the Silence, and Snow Woman. These three are the main control field. And if you are combination with the Dark Knight, you can use also the Monkeys. If you have his Mythic Artifacts, Monkeys work perfect to stun enemies, because they just stun them from far and keep the combination of making the enemies less effective in the fight. So let's focus on these. And in my opinion, I would rate them that Holy Healer, if you manage to push the enemies back, Holy Healer is just insane. He can remove energy from the enemies, stun them, make them weaker, buff your team, heal them, and then stun the enemies for 6 seconds. With the right pit and right combination of runes, you can stun the enemies for 6 seconds, and then you will get them inside a loop of not resisting or not fighting back. And I can show a case of this. I will show some videos at the end. The Silence is good, but in my opinion, she lacks some more things. Like the Holy Healer do damage, heals, buffs, and stuns. He's more effective in the fight, and if you have his Eternal, you're just dominating the fight. The Snow Woman gives a lot of energy for your team. She doesn't heal, that's the disadvantage. but she can give you a lot of heals, and then she's stunning freezing the front lines, and then keep freezing the rest with her ultimate, which is very useful, very effective, but you need your whole lineup to work up with her. The silence will silence enemies, make them debuffs and all these things. In my opinion, I don't like her. I know people will be in the comment mad, but for me, I will always go with the Holy Healer or Snow Woman. So let's get back to the lineup. We have the Shadow Master. We will have the pushback, which is Warlock or the Dragon. And then we will need some Holy Healer, for example, or Snow Woman. And now the last hero that you need to put in is up to you. And in my opinion, most of the time you will need more front lines. That's why Paladin comes in handy. Or you can use Monkey or Sword Devil or Baphomet or White Ox. It depends on how your team is doing. I will show an example for this. If we use White Ox and I'm managing to push the enemies back and then Holy Healer hits, it will be perfect for me. So I need to work with Ox. If I see that I'm not pushing enemies back enough, I will maybe switch up my Holy Healer, and then I will put Snow Woman because I'm not pushing everyone back, and maybe rely on more heals and just make sure I'm tanky, I am dealing damage, trying to push back. Or maybe I put Monkeys and try to push back as I am healing. It depends on how your lineup is working, but most of the time I will go with more time to kill, just finish the fight as fast as you can, then relying on let's heal and make sure we are out healing the enemy's hits, because sometimes they can crit and get unlucky and you will die. So I'm more of just play focus, move full aggressive and get the fight done. I will show one of my favorite lineups, and we need to put Diva out, put Holy Healer, and I will showcase. Enjoy. As you can see, I'm just pushing them back how I will place them, and then the Holy Healer combination. You see how they're stuck? That's it. It will just deal damage. And as you can see, they barely did anything. Like combining and looking at the combo, they have to wait and sit and watch me killing them. I'm just blocking them, and as you can see, their heals is not effective. And that's because of the combination of Holy Healer with the pushback team. You're just pushing him to the corner and then he cannot do anything. We can try here again. As we just used, we remove this, we use this, and this, and then we used Holy Healer and start. As you can see, we are pushing him. We're just making sure he's not coming back. Push back, and then our combo is to use this. Oh, you see that they're all the time stunned. Again, look, his main DPS is not doing anything. Like they're just sitting there eating damage. Even my front lines is dealing more damage than the DPS. And this enemy was 2 million. Like you just need to focus on pushing them back. I can show you even more examples of it. Just make sure you're pushing everyone back. I can show more of lineups, but I just want people to understand the idea. Like you see this, they will just sit. Look, we're finishing all the fights with 100% HP. Another combo, as I said, you can use the Warlock. We don't need this. What is the Warlock? Even though he's not maxed out, you can use Paladin with him. And then you need some sort of healing, let's say. Your main focus is to push everyone back. Now when we keep pushing back, just make sure everyone is alone. We can deal damage with each other. And as you can see, the healing setup, you just keep healing back, he's healing back. So it's just who have more DPS will win. as you can see, it's very effective as pushing him back, making sure he's not pushing us back. And it's basically who healed more, which is we are healing and he's healing. And look at the Dark Knight heals. It's 8 million. Like, that's crazy amount of heals. So guys, I explained to you how everything is, how to build or work out your lineup. You need always to focus on having multiple things. You need one front line, one pushback. You need heals or silence and combination of controlling the enemies. You need one DPS, and the last one is to maintain and make sure you are controlling the field. I repeat it, one front line, one pushback, one DPS. These are the most important thing. And then you drop either heals, more front lines, or controlling the field. Holy Healer can do all three of these, and then you are left with to pick more pushback or more heals, or more control, or more front lines. And that's it. You can build and work out your lineups however you feel like. But in my opinion, that's the 3 or 5 elements that you need in your team in order to control the field. And you can win as much as you want, because you just need to make sure you are controlling the field and dealing the most damage and not giving the enemies the ability to move around. I can explain more on how to work out with all your runes, maybe in the next video. Why do I have a knockback resist? Why receive healing? Why movement speed? All these runes, what's the importance of them? Why this guy has heals? Why this guy have control resist? I can explain this in detail. If you guys are interested, please leave a like, subscribe, and let me know in the comment section what do you want and what do you need in order to get progress and get better in the game. Thank you for watching and have a good one.